Imagine a world where your voice, your truth, your dreams, your spark could vanish in an instant. Not because you lost it, but because you gave it away, betrayed by your own choices. Picture a valley where sound itself is forbidden, where every whisper is swallowed by a mist that chokes hope. One man, Toren, lived there, his tongue tied by a binding silence born of his own mistakes. He was a poet once, his words shaping rivers and skies. But now he's mute, exiled, carving meaningless scratches into stone. Yet in this silence, a single ember dares him to speak one word, one chance to shatter the binding silence or let everything fade away. What would you say if your entire world hung on a single word? Stay with us, because Toren's story isn't just a tale. It's a mirror for your own silenced dreams, waiting to be unleashed. The valley was a hush of stillness, its mist a living veil that swallowed sound. No birds sang, no rivers murmured, no laughter broke the gray air. A binding silence, born of broken trust, muted the village, its people drifting like shadows, their hopes fading in the quiet. Toren, a man with storm cloud eyes, lived at the valley's edge, exiled for a betrayal that silenced all. Once a poet whose verses carved rivers and lit skies, he'd sold a poem for gold, sparking chaos in a neighboring village. The elders, heartbroken, invoked the first voice, a mythic force of sound, to bind his tongue, muting the valley. Toren carved feudal runes into stone, his hands scarred, watched by a silent crow. One twilight, a glowing ember drifted through the mist, pulsing like a heart, whispering forgotten truths. It warmed Toren's palm, etching a scarred map to a peak where the first voice rested. Speak one word true and bold, it urged, or let the stars fade away. Toren faltered, his words had unraveled lives before. The crow's glinting eyes nudged him forward. His path twisted through surreal lands. Silent rivers flowed upward, gleaming like glass. Trees bore leaves of cracked crystal, tinkling without sound. Shadow thorns snagged his cloak, hissing doubts. You broke them. You're nothing. Ghostly villagers accused him, their mute mouths gaping. At a riverbank, Toren met Lysa, a wanderer weaving reeds into silent melodies. Her hair flowed like willow fronds, her satchel holding the power of now, its pages guiding her redemption from stealing wind songs. Silence is a canvas, she said, handing him a reed that hummed faintly. Painted with truth, Lysa taught the man. Toren to hear the world's pulse, stones throb, roots sigh air's breath. His carvings became mandalas, each line a step toward courage. They crossed a bridge of frozen lightning, its arcs shimmering silently. In a barren grove, a frail willow stood, uprooted by a storm, its branches brittle. A sparrow, small yet fierce, perched on it, chirping soundless wisdom from the alchemist. Weave what you have, it sang. The willow twisted its fronds into a net, catching the wind's essence. Grasses bloomed, the valley stirring, the willows act a spark of life. Deeper in, a fox limped, her fur dulled by doubt, her den lost in a thorned labyrinth. A firefly, glowing with atomic habit's clarity, flickered a path. Follow small signs, it buzzed, guiding her to trace paw prints, leading her pack to safety. Toren watched, learning. One act, carving, weaving, stepping, could shift fate. Lysa read, "The present moment is your power." Toren gripped the reed, its hum alive, and pressed on. The peak pierced auroras, emerald, sapphire, gold, swirling like a cosmic dance. A stone altar pulsed with the first voice, a tempest of light and stillness, both beautiful and daunting. Specters swarmed, villagers, thorns, Toren's shame, speak pride, speak anger. The ember warmed, urging truth. The willow's net swayed, whispering resilience. The fox's firefly glowed, urging clarity. Lysa offered her final reed. Speak what you've learned. Toren saw the village's pain, the willow's barren roots, the fox's lost pack, his failures mirrored theirs. He felt the valley's pulse, the wind's weave, the firefly's light. One word formed, clear and quiet, forgive. It rippled, shattering the binding silence. The altar blazed, auroras flooding the sky. Rivers sang, leaves chimed, the crow cawed. The willow's net caught blooming winds. The fox's path led to vibrant dens. The village awoke, voices weaving stories, dreams reborn. Toren returned, no longer exiled. The willow stood tall, its valley green. The fox led her pack, eyes bright. Lysa vanished, her reeds singing, leaving the power of now, its pages whole. Toren traced a final gesture, an ember of gratitude sparking hearts. The valley became a beacon, its story spreading, proving one true act could change everything. Call to action. What's your one act? A word like forgive, a step like the fox's, a weave like the willows? Share it below, maybe start, heal, rise. Subscribe for stories that spark courage. Grab The Power of Now, The Alchemist, or Atomic Habits, links below to find your truth. Like if this moved you, share to inspire others. Your act could start a ripple. Make it count today. 3 things you need to learn from this story. Number 1. One act can break the silence. Toren spoke just one word. Forgive, and it healed an entire valley. You don't need 1,000 actions to change your life. One decision, one step, can start the ripple. Number 2. Use what you already have. The willow didn't wait for perfect soil. It wove its broken branches into a net and caught the wind. Stop waiting for the right moment or better tools. Start with what's in your hands today. Number 3. Small steps lead you home. The fox didn't leap straight to safety. It followed tiny glowing signs, step by step, until it found its pack. In the same way, progress comes from small daily actions, not giant leaps. These are the truths hidden in Toren's story. Choose one, live it out today, and let it change your world.